So as I'm entering the room, I definitely was a little underwhelmed at the size of it, but it's all right. I thought, it was going to be a little bit bigger, but I think it was a good start to my first show, period. Um, this gentleman right over here in the blue denim button up, that's Bob Tedeszola. It's absolutely wonderful to see so much life left in that man. It's really, really cool. So what is mainly at this event are custom knife makers. These are people from all over the US. A handful of them were from California, which is really nice to see. We got to see some famous media people here at this event as well. Right over here is Brian from Transparent Knives with that lifeless look on his face. He's probably just sad he can buy a particular item, possibly. He definitely has a spicy taste, that's for sure. Strider knives or cases were basically already blown out by the time I got in. I think I was only maybe like 40 minutes past the opening time. Not a big deal. Protech, Dave over there and his buddy. I can't believe I'm forgetting his buddy's name, but he was actually really kind to me and very interested in the watch that I was wearing for the day. It was the Traska Freediver, and I guess he's really close or buddy with the owner of the company, which I think is sweet. Another individual is Vu Pham, right here in front of me with a bomber jacket. He's another guy that's around social media and stuff like that. I believe he's a designer as well. Lots of people selling supplies, which is really cool. A lot of scale materials, some custom kitchen knives. Those things were huge. I believe that was Duncan Dwyer from Dwyer Customs. Super friendly dude, extremely chatty. This gentleman over here next to him has a wonderful sense of humor. The rep right here for Knock Knives, an absolute gentleman, probably one of the sharpest dressed individuals in the building, realistically. And just trying to educate people about Knock Knives, which is really cool. Not too sure who this guy was. I didn't bother him. He looked a little pensive, I guess. And then Riyadh Knives over here. Really busy for, honestly, no reason. Don't know what those guys were doing. North Mountain Blade Works. They have an aesthetic that I personally don't really care for, but I heard they've been doing some good stuff. And just a crap ton of other people that I skipped over, but I go table to table. So this gentleman right over here is Steven Dunnick. He designed this thing, and it is absolutely sick. If I have room back here, maybe. Nah. Well, let's see. That's fun. I don't know about any of the twirling stuff.
That's half of it right there.
That is so cool. This is what I meant by it's a practical blade, but with a really cool handle. Absolutely. That's super cool. Is there gonna end up being a clip on it, or gonna have like a stowaway sheet?
Honestly, I thought about just, I don't know, man. When it comes to clips, it's always an afterthought for me. Like,
it can be.
I really don't, it just doesn't bother me what type of clip it has. Milled or not milled.
Gotta get used to that, but I mean, eventually it could just be like a little whip.
Yeah. And then when you learn to twirl,
that's on my finger. That's really fun, man. That is so cool. And this is the new finish that they're doing with the bronzy look.
Yeah, one of them. They have like a DLC. I don't know if it's an actual DLC, but it looks nice.
Oh, there's the black that's on this. Tuned it up yesterday. It was all dusty from pocket lint and stuff. This is the man right here, the designer.
Oh man.
So we're gonna get a big one soon?
Yes.
XL?
Yes. XL coming.
Absolutely, that'd be so cool.
I still love this knife, man.
Yeah. So one of the first tables that I stopped at was this vendor right here selling just some wild looking shit. Now, some of the stuff they do have is a little bit more on the practical side, but they're definitely coming out swinging with some really wild looking stuff. And just take a look at these pieces. Not practical, not meant to be used, but who the hell wouldn't want something like this? Now, I did ask the gentleman if he can demonstrate for me. In a second, you'll hear me asking him when we're talking about it. and I also go and try it out for myself. It's really freaky, it's really weird, but it's really, really fun. The brand, I have a difficult time even pronouncing it. I think it was Pokili Blaze or something.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you for a favor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you able to open and close one of those? Sure. I want to see how that's
Which
done.
color would you like?
The DLC one's fine. Or yeah, that's fine.
This is the titanium. Mostly. So you press pinch and twist. Now I'm gonna.
That is freaking weird. That is so cool. That's pretty sweet. So it'll open up both ways.
Depends on how you where you change it.
That's freaking cool. That is so cool. I started seeing that design.
And there's a ring fork or tuning fork built in, so when you flip your wrist, you feel the vibration and the ringtone.
That is so weird.
Can you try it?
Yeah.
So you said pinch too? It's already. You don't have to pinch. It's okay. I was just like,
I can feel that vibrating in the hand.
yeah, it's so weird. You gotta get back twist a little bit. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's so weird. And then you said to have it closed and to turn the pivot?
So turn the pivot both sides that way.
So pinch, turn, and then deploy. Wow, it's freaking weird. It's so cool.
Did anything? Yeah, don't do that.
So this gentleman over here is Greg Medford, and I have never handled a single damn thing that he's ever made because it's personally just not my aesthetic. But regardless, I was super excited to check it out. I was a little hesitant of just going and snatching one off the table and checking it out because this dude was guarding his prized possessions like a freaking bulldog, and rightfully so. I mean, these pieces are beautifully crafted and they just have so much character and attention to detail with the Vulcan finish and all these different sorts of like battle-worn finishes. It was so cool.
All right.
How's it going, man?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you. I'm Nathan.
So just out of respect, I felt like it would have been a good idea to ask before I go and just grab one off the table and check it out. But when you see me grab one of these and just deploy it a couple times and fiddle around with it, man, I was just smile ear to ear. It's like nothing I've ever experienced. It's really cool.
Well, it's kind of it's not a choice issue. It's a functional issue in the factory. I don't have the sculptors anymore. Of course.
Never handled I'm not gonna play.
Wow.
Super sexy. Yeah. Yeah, she's great.
We're trying to stop under the clip.
She's great.
All night with knives, talking about Christmas month and so much stuff.
I'll think about it.
Why does it have that?
Yeah.
That's just the design.
Put your fingers on there.
Me too.
I got it.
I heard. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were gonna be a little bigger, honestly. I mean, they're definitely thick. Check that out. Super, super thick.
You might have to do a voiceover. You might have to do a voiceover.
No. The Praetorian with the tie, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't.
So going over to the Artisan Cutlery / CJRB booth, I met up with Russell and the other individual. I can't remember his name, and I'm terribly sorry. If you see this video, I owe you lunch or dinner the next time I see you. That is a promise. I think his name was Ryan. He was a super sweet dude. We chatted later on in the show for a good 20-30 minutes or so, just about, you know, the whole hobby and the industry overall. And it was nice having a well-rounded, educated conversation with somebody who's just as passionate. We were talking about, you know, how they travel with all these different knives and what they're, you know, doing with all these different types of designs. Are they planning to start slimming things down, or they want to expand on other models? What do they want to do? Because look, I mean, half their table is a version of a pyrite. I mean, it's their number one freaking knife, and rightfully so. I'm sure it's easy to manufacture. It's a simple silhouette, and a lot of people can get behind it. Different colors, different materials, anywhere from higher end S90V with their polishes. They have their RSF2 whatever weird blade material. So that's something that I could definitely see taking off sometime this year. I need to check it out for myself. I am very happy with the AR RPM 9, personally speaking. For its price, I think it's a wonderful blade material. It's stupid easy to sharpen and holds a pretty good edge in my opinion. They did have a handful of like old school models that they had, just trying to get rid of them, honestly. But there was also a lot of Ray Laconico design stuff, which I am a big fan of Ray Laconico's design aesthetic. Very simple, minimalistic, with a little something for utility purposes as well. So I was just picking up a bunch of those and checking them out. I don't know the name of every single one that I picked up, so I do apologize. This one right here, this is actually the Sirius. I do know this one. Particularly because I really wanted to buy this knife. Online, it is about $200. Their table price was about $150. And then later on, I talked to Russell. He said he'd be able to cut me a deal if it was still around. Eventually, we went back to the table, and it wasn't there. Boohoo, whatever. Not a big deal. I'll buy it at a later time. I would really love to see a reverse tux version of this knife. It is stupid thin. The plunge grind and sharpening choil is just freaking money execution. Absolutely. So when I do have some extra money or I sell something, I would like to buy a black version and a full silver version, swap parts, and then just make my own reverse tux, as they do not offer one. Another Ray Laconico design right there. I was just messing around with it. This is one that I've been wanting to purchase for a very long time, and I'm glad that I checked it out, because in hand, it's not really something that I would want over that Sirius that I mentioned and showed off earlier, but not a big deal. This is another one. I don't remember the name of it. Another Ray Laconico design. This one I think might have been their S90V or S35V.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ran back over here. It's like, oh, it's a thicker up the whole boost.
So wandered over to the Arcane design booth, and I met with Israel. The guy has an aesthetic like none other, and he definitely produces some rather odd pieces that, while they may not be the most utilitarian and practical design, he still comes out with stuff that people of a simpler taste like myself would enjoy. The most recent release is the Automaton. That's a pretty cool looking knife. I definitely do like it. Would want to pick one up. I just don't exactly have the budget for it at the moment, but it was really nice to be able to see it nonetheless. And the guy is super friendly. He's very chatty with all the different types of people that came up to his booth, and even checking out the fixed blade. I think that one was called the Necronaut fixed blade or something like that. That thing was just insane looking. Actually ergonomic despite its look.
So if you want to do it that way, I feel really bad. I should have
A magnet right
Why would you use that?
there. So you could store a bit, so you can put right there. It's not a regular like 1/4 inch bit. It's one of the micro bits that goes in there.
That's actually cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. It has a little micro pocket clip.
If you wanted, I can.
A little mosaic.
That has 24 karat gold in plate, yeah. And it's gold. So,
Is that a Praska freediver?
Yeah, it is.
John's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
So, the wedding gift from the wife. Very cool. I met John. He's pretty limited versions he made. When I saw it through it, I was just like, I don't give a shit who says what. That's a beautiful looking watch. So when I got mine, I got a dealer price. It's all amazing now.
This is all going on the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Just the tip EDC.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar.
So after putting this giant freaking Ultra Dawn Godfather, whatever the hell this model was, he butts out the Integrity. And I need to buy one of these ASAP. This is button lock perfection. I have not experienced anything quite as perfect as that. I will say, it is kind of a beefy knife. Behind the edge thickness is a little bit robust, but realistically, I mean, it's still a beautiful utilitarian shape, and the execution of this is just top tier. My only thing is that I don't really care for aluminum, and I mean, just my opinion, Protech does way too much stuff, and aluminum and steel, they really gotta start moving towards titanium.
She's like, here's yours. That was it.
Wow. Ready?
And that's like top pinnacle Protech at that point. So it's a titanium frame. These got shipped out to Italy. They got hand engraved by the Bottega and Cincione group. Inlaid with 24 karat gold. Shipped back to us. And then we hand sand finish it. Anodize it purple. And then we put in the white pearl inlays as well.
That's so cool.
The Damascus on that Vegas floor dress.
As far as, you know, the
Check out this stab Nana. Oh, that is so cool. That's cool. Heretic. I don't know about that.
They're also taking jobs.
Beautiful freaking stone wash.
Yeah, that's
Oh, is this an auto? Oh, this is an auto.
So I have this kind of love-hate relationship with Shooter Designs because of the way they do their plunge grind and sharpening trail execution. It's not that great, but that's just how they make their knives. If you guys are on one side of the fence versus the other, you either hate it or you love it. Realistically, the knives that were brought to the show were showstoppers. They really were. The finishes applied were absolutely incomprehensible and were just masterpieces. I got to handle some simpler ones, and they were definitely impressive as well. At the Shark Nivco booth, I didn't know that these knives were completely handmade with some like CNC assistance, I believe. But I mean, just take a look at the silhouette of this freaking piece right here. Yes, it is very similar to Sebenza kind of vibe, but the materials in place here are just wild. No pocket clip on this particular unit. It probably comes with a nice slip, a little thing down there that has a little case as well. And just tinkering around with it, you can definitely tell that this is more of a handmade piece.
I had taken 4. When we got to the rental car place, I bought 4 Tylenols in like the little packets, and I took it.
at the Maverick Concepts booth over here, these guys are legitimately master machinists. And when I tell you that there is zero friction within the pivot as I close this blade, yeah, it was a feeling like none other. It became weightless, absolutely.
Snakes and lizards. My kid wants a 3D printer. Random stuff. They are fun. But then you get to the point where my wife's like, why is there so many damn snakes around this house? Because he's like, every day he finds a new one on the app. He's like, can you print this for me? My fingers are printing back at kids right now. Yeah. Yep. When I go back home, we're gonna start printing like little things for his Valentine's Day things for school.
I just finished that before I came here.
Really?
Yeah. So all three of my daughters, they have like stuff to give away for their.
Yeah. So I have one that's like a little hex. It's like a fidget thing that like slides around and picks up and on their own. How you
like these are free to try. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. A couple of unique designs.
Definitely.
Yeah, well, if you're ever up here, stop by and come to our shop and check all this stuff out. You're local here? Yeah, we're like 20 minutes away. Yeah, this is an item you've never seen before. They haven't made it since the 80s. This is a Gerber home. So the guy Paul had a patent on this. He goes in out. Yeah, here it goes. You got badly cut on the right hand side. Find that block. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. CT 0562 with custom scales, yeah. I used to be in Anaheim, but I just moved. I'm half a mile away from Anaheim. The new address is on there, but if you look us up, you'll find Google Maps shows the right address. That's my address. It's an old slip joint, yeah. Not a lock and play. This is the they have not made their own
Unique design, very good quality.
Yeah, it's not you're going to have it.
It's a house in this area right here. Those over there is just
If they're good, they're special.
like that one also. You can try anything.
Yeah. I mean, CT, I'll be honest, like, production lines, unless it's an older discount, yeah, it's hard. You know, you're better off trying to find something right. So if I buy makes that. That's this is by Armor Knives. He's local. He's a custom guy. That's a maintainer that.
So the rest of the content that you guys are going to see are just like little ends, bits and pieces of me interacting with other booths. I interacted with a couple overseas brands as well. And while there was a little language barrier, everyone was still very friendly, which I absolutely appreciate that. It doesn't take much to be nice to somebody. Honestly, it's a lot harder to be a jackass than to be nice to somebody. So I think the next time that I go to an event, I'm going to take at least 4 times more of the content. But if it's a 2-day thing, I think the 1 day I'll do all the content creating, and then the next day I will just take time booth by booth and sit down with whoever is willing to share their story with me, because I want to know why these people do what they do, how they do what they do. If they're willing to share their secrets, of course, I'm not going to pry, But there are some people out there that just, they love the hobby so much and there's so much passion behind it that they want to pass their knowledge on to a younger audience.
I've never heard of these, but they're freaking beautiful.
Thank you, dude. I'm pretty low key. I don't put out for many people. I don't.
For later on, whether on the YouTube or.
You got a card or something?
I don't. Yeah, very small subscriber count.
Tell me what you put up with it.
Yeah.
If you would. No rush, no obligation, but it's always nice to see.
That caught my eye right away. I'm not sure why, but it's pretty cool. So it is. This is a horizontal DLC. Wait a minute. That's cool. That's nice. That's really cool. That's how you do it. Right there, you see that? That's how you do it. Plenty of life to sharpen, good use of a blade shape, with some character to it. So the replaceable blade on this one? I think so.
That's crazy.
Oh, the little ones. Nine tights.
Box cutter vibes.
That's fun.